Hey beauties, welcome to 2026. I cannot think of a better way to start the brand new year than trying out a gorgeous collection from Chanel. I have the brand new Chanel Rouge Noir Collection. I have lipsticks. I have the eyeshadow and blush palette. I have single shades. I have the mascara, the lip liner. I have so many fun things to try out with you guys today. We're going to have a great time entering 2026 in a classic Chanel style. So please stay tuned. Please also make sure that you hit that little subscribe button and the notification bell if you enjoy my content. And if you want to see future videos like this, I have a lot of fun reviews coming up. So I'd love it if you would join this growing community of beauty lovers and friends so you don't miss out on any of my content. All right, let's get this party started. Let's start 2026 off in the best way possible. I have so many Chanel goodies to show you. Let's start with what's on my face already, and then we will get into the whole collection. So for concealer today, I have the brand new Chanel concealer. This is the Ultra Le Tint Concealer. Mine is in the shade BR22. I have a full review and demo of this product on my channel. I will link that video down below. So after you're done watching this video, if you want to check that out, that will be in the description box. But I've been loving this concealer. It's full coverage, self-setting. You can use powder, but it kind of gets a little dry. So I would not use powder with this. It lasts a really long time, and I've been enjoying this so far. So this is a great concealer from Chanel, and you should consider checking it out if you're looking for something on the fuller coverage side and something that is self-setting. I also have the Sublimage foundation on my face. Mine is in the shade 22 Beige Rosé, and that's what the foundation looks like. Really beautiful coverage, flawless effect on the skin. I love this foundation, one of my favorites. And then I just have my brows filled in, and I have Revie Beauty lip oil, just so that my lips will be plump and hydrated for all the fabulous lip products we're going to try. So let's get into it. Let's see all the beautiful goodies that I picked up at the Chanel boutique. So I'm going to start out by hydrating my hands. This is the Chanel Chant Automne Moisturizing Lotion. I've been obsessed with this. I picked this up in the boutique maybe 2 weeks ago or so when I picked up the concealer. I don't even think this is available on the Chanel website yet, but once it becomes available, you should check it out if you want. It is pricey. I think it was around $100. But if you're looking to spoil yourself a little bit, this is a really nice touch. It just has a beautiful scent and is very hydrating. Please excuse my eye looking a little funky. I don't know if it's allergies or just the fact that I put so much makeup on for these videos. It's just a little bit irritated. Both eyes are, but this side in particular. So I put in the drops. I've done everything I can, but please excuse if it looks a little red. There's nothing I can really do about it, but I apologize for that. Let's start with the blush and eyeshadow palette. I'm so excited for this. It's stunning. This is an eyeshadow and blush palette. Now, this is not available on the Chanel website. I will put this up in the YouTube community page and on my Instagram when it becomes available on the Chanel site. But look at it. Ooh. Look at this beauty right here. It's absolutely stunning. And like I said, this is an eyeshadow and blush palette. So it's multi-purpose. It's gorgeous. I don't even want to disturb it, but we have to for this video. But isn't that pretty? Oh, so gorgeous. And I love the way it just fits in your hand. It's so pretty. I'm going to stop gabbing. Let's get into the makeup. Okay. So let's swatch these. If you're new to this channel, I do a lot of oohs and ahs because I love pretty things. And if you are new to this channel, hi, my name is Courtney. I'm so happy that you stopped on my channel. On this channel, every week, I bring you the latest and greatest in makeup and beauty. I like to keep you up to date in what's going on in the makeup and beauty community. So please make sure you subscribe if you enjoy my content. This way you don't miss any of my videos. And you can join this growing community of beauty lovers and friends. While we do talk about makeup, we also talk about life in general. We talk about home goods. We talk about my dog. We talk about my reflections on life, your reflections on life. So it's a good time. And like I said, we really are a community of friends. So I would hope that you would consider joining us. We would seriously love to have you. So these are the swatches, and I'm obsessed with this shade right here especially. So the way I swatched it was, so this is the first shade. This is the second on the swatch, third and fourth. So that is the swatch right there. And again, this is Rouge Noir Confidence. I feel like there should be a better way to say that in French, like confidence? Confidence. We're going to go with that. Okay. Either way, however you pronounce that name, it is absolutely stunning. So pretty, especially for the spring, for Valentine's Day. Very excited to try this. So we are going to use this for eyeshadow too, but I want to put some blush on my face just to liven up these cheeks of mine and to see how this looks on the face. I really want to apply this on my face, this shade right here. And I'm taking my Shadow number 5 from Refer because this brush will give me more of a diffused look. But look how vibrant that is on the brush. That is pretty. And then I'm just taking the other side of the brush to kind of diffuse it further. So we may tone that down a little bit, but that is this shade right here as a blush. Come up close. Really pretty, pigmented, but not too pigmented. Let's put it on the other side. Just go with a little bit of a lighter hand this time. So pretty. And it's not emphasizing texture, just beautiful formula, beautiful shade. So that is the shade on this side. And then on that side, I'm just taking some powder just to tone it down a little bit. But isn't that a beautiful shade? Oh, love it. Okay, so stunning. Okay, so now we're going to go into this shade as a highlighter. Try to get close so you can see it. That is pretty. That's beautiful. Let's go on the other side. So just very subtle, beautiful shift. Just see that iridescence. And if you want to make more of an impact, you could really just put it, all over the cheek so that it's kind of like a blush topper / highlighter. Before we start playing with this as eyeshadow, I want to show you the other 2 eyeshadow shades that I picked up. So this is the Ombre Essentielle 267 Brun Rose. Okay, so this is the shade right here. And I wasn't going to pick up the other shade, but I went in store. I was like, you know what? It's so pretty. I have to get it. And plus, you guys want to know about it, right? This is the other eyeshadow that came out with the collection. This is 257 Gris Rose. Look at this shade right here. Look at that. Is that not perfection? I think it is. I mean, of course, I'm being objective and neutral and reviewing these without assuming anything, but this looks like perfection to me. I'm just saying. Okay. So let me swatch these for you. I'm going to swatch them on my other hand. Oh, it's nice and creamy. So that you can compare this with the palette in case you're interested in picking up one of these formulas. Okay, so these are the individual shades right here. So the top one is number 267 Brun Rose, while the one on the bottom is number 257. That shade right there. So let's go in with this shade right here. And I'm going to use this as a base and then go back into the beautiful larger palette just to show you both options from this collection. But I figured that would be a beautiful base shade. This could be a perfect one and done shade. Almost like, using bronzers and eyeshadow or in the crease. And I did put on Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, like I always do, just to neutralize my darkness that follows me around like a bad habit. You would think by now, at this point in my life, I would have made peace with the fact that my dark circles are here to stay, but I haven't. I'm still holding out hope that they'll get tired of me and walk away, but it hasn't happened yet. I guess I should take it as a compliment. They just can't live without me. Okay. Wow. That is such a good one and done shade. When I saw this swatched, I thought it was going to be beautiful. But now that I see it up close, it's perfection. And I know it's a neutral color, but sometimes you just need a good neutral shade. Actually, I want to give you a fair representation of these eyeshadows. So first I was going to do one big look, but I'll split it up. So I'll do these 2 shadows by themselves. I'll take it off and then I'll further irritate my eye. And then later I'll wonder why my eye's bothering me. But anyway, I will take off that look and then put on the larger palette because I want you to see what you're getting if you buy, either of these formulas or you combine them. Let's try this shade on top. So actually, I think I'm just going to apply this with my finger initially. And then we'll go from there. Okay, so that's just one swipe of that shade. Let's build it up a little bit more. Now, I'm not saying that these colors are necessarily meant to go together, but in case you were picking up the 2 singles on their own, or you wanted to see the difference between them on the eyes, I want to show that to you, what you'd be getting. So I'm actually going to go back into the deeper shade and build it up a little bit more. The fluffier brush. Wow. So these are the 2 single shades. Now, keep in mind if you had mascara on, eyeliner, I'm not going to put that on now just because I'm going to be using the other palette. But what a beautiful combination. And this shade in particular, I think is a must-have in my very humble opinion. I think it's the perfect neutral shade, perfect one and done. And I do love this combination with the other shade, but I think it's a beautiful look. And I'm so happy that I picked this up. Again, it's not necessarily something you would look at and say, my goodness, I have to have that right now. But now that I have it on my eyes, I'm so glad that I picked it up. And I would recommend it. Just see how much dimension this gives. And I think this is a great shade to combine with other palettes, whether it be Chanel or any other formula. Just went on very flawlessly, creamy, smooth. I'm going to try combining this maybe a little bit later with the larger palette. My initial thoughts are this is a pretty shade. It's not absolutely necessary. This is a gorgeous neutral shade that I think would be a welcome part of anyone's collection. So these are the two shades on my eyes. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Eyeshadow primer is back on. We're going to move back to this beauty right here. We're going to go into this shade right here as the base. That's pretty. These are just so much better than the Dior Spring collection. I'm sorry, they just are. The pigment payoff is fantastic. They're not too powdery. Really pretty. And I think any of these could be great one and done shades. All right. Pretty. Like if you just wanted to leave this as a one and done shade, if you were going for a monochromatic look or a pretty Valentine's Day look, or just pop a little bit of darkness in the crease there, you would be good to go. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to take the other side of my brush and go into this shade. And let's see. I'm going to pop it into the middle there. Ooh, she's pretty too. Gorgeous. So it has a little bit of a shift to it. And like I always say, you're not always going to use all the colors in a palette at the same time, especially if they're very similar. But I'm only doing that to show you the different shades and how they play together and what you can do with it. Okay, I just took a clean brush and kind of just cleaned up the area. And now I'm going to take the deepest shade and put it into the outer corner. See if that adds any dimension. These are just falling on the eyelids. So nice. Okay. So I think with a palette like this, it would serve you well to pick up one of the single shades, in particular, number 267, just because I think this needs a little bit of variation in shade. I'm going to pop it on to tone down this pink just a little bit, or just if you need a different shade, I think this is a nice combination with that palette. So now I'm going to go into the iridescent shade with my finger and pop it into the inner corner. Pretty. When you compare this palette to the Dior Pink Lollipop palette that I just reviewed, there's really no comparison. So you can use it as blush or eyeshadow. It's just such a better quality. It just looks effervescent. It just looks like, I don't know, like a ballerina's dream. Just very pretty and pink and girly and perfect for the spring, perfect for Valentine's Day. And it just doesn't emphasize any texture on the lids. Just smooths over the lids. So beautiful, so classy, so Chanel. Let me pop on a little bit of this deepest shade under the eye, just ever so slightly, because I do have an eyeliner we're going to try. Just to give it a touch of dimension. What you didn't see on my Dior review was me poking myself in my left eye with the brush, which I do somewhat often on this channel. I figured, why did you have to see that in my Dior review? But then I woke up this morning and wondered why my left eye was bothering me. But then it occurred to me, Courtney, maybe it's because you poked yourself in your eye with an eyeshadow brush. Not for the first time. So, still up in the air as to why my eye is irritated, but that could be why. All right. I'm obsessed with this palette. Look how pretty this is. Just so easy to use. When I was using the Dior palette, the Pink Lollipop and the Mint one, I was very frustrated. I feel no frustration with this palette or any of the products I've tried so far. Okay, so I am feeling I need a little bit of dimension because this is so monochromatic. I'm going to take this shade right here, this one, and just to tone down the pink a little bit. I think if you're buying this larger palette to use as eyeshadow, this, like I said before, is a perfect combination to go with that palette. Yeah, it just tones down the pink a little bit, gives it some definition. And these shadows are just layering beautifully. Let's see how that goes. Ooh, that's pretty. All right. So I put this shade in the inner corner. This is what it looks like. I'm loving all of these shadows. Like, I don't have a complaint about any one of them. If I had to pick one that I wouldn't get, maybe this one, only because you have this iridescent shade right here. But I think they're different enough to justify getting both. Listen, if you're shopping with me, if we're shopping together, I'm going to tell you to buy one of everything, maybe two of everything. I am a shopping enabler. I'm not going to tell you not to buy something, but as your friend in this YouTube space, right? If you had to skip one shade, I would say this if you're buying this palette right here, just because, you have two iridescent shades, but this is beautiful and it's different enough from the iridescent shade in this palette that I think you need both. You need both. I need both. If I need both, you need both. I'm kidding. You don't need any of this, but if you want to splurge, I think that these are different enough to justify spending money on both. But going back to the really unofficial competition between these two shades, I would go with this one just because it's so versatile and it pairs very well with the larger palette. Okay, so let's move on to this eyeliner. And this is a beautiful shade. It's a long-lasting eyeliner, Rouge Noir, and it is waterproof. So this is what it looks like. And it's number 67. Now I'm going to do a little squiggly line here. So this is the eyeliner. Isn't that a gorgeous burgundy shade or wine shade? Oh, so excited. Okay. So let's get this on my eyes. I'm going to try to do my best considering my eye is not holding up too well today. It's pretty. Okay, so that's going on like a dream. Let's try this eye. Try not to poke myself again in the eye. Trying. Eyeliner's on. I did not poke myself in the eye. Round of applause for me. All right. Personal achievement right there. It's a new year. It's a new me. It's really not. It's going to happen probably again in this video at some point. But for now, let's pretend it's a new year, new me as far as eyeliner goes. All right. But that went on flawlessly. It's absolutely beautiful. Goes perfectly with this palette. I think it would also go well with the two single shades. But absolutely stunning. It's just a beautiful, beautiful combination. And now that this is set down, going like this, and it's not budging. So really nice and perfect combination with the eyeshadow and blush palette. Okay, let us move on to this mascara. Look at the beautiful packaging. This gorgeous shade from the collection. Just so pretty. Oh. Okay. I'm really excited to try this. Let's get this baby on. Ooh. This is already my favorite collection of 2026, considering I've reviewed two of them so far. Just so cohesive. Goes beautifully with the eyeliner. Lifting the lashes really well. Packaging is stunning. I mean, what more can you ask for? To the bottom lashes a little bit. Okay, so this is the mascara. Just look how cohesive everything is. The mascara, eyeliner, eyeshadow, blush, everything is just so beautifully executed, so thoughtfully laid out, really beautiful. And the packaging for this collection is beyond stunning. This shade is just such a special shade. So really love everything combined. And now for one of the most fun parts. Let's move on to lips. So there are 4 lipstick shades in the range. I wasn't going to buy all 4, but I did. Why, you may ask? Well, I'm going to try to justify things here. 1, I wanted them. 2, I needed them. 3, they're pretty. 4, I thought I needed them for this review. And 5, I wanted to give you guys an overview of all the shades. So really, it's 5-fold reasons, which I think is a pretty good set of reasons. mostly because I wanted them, but also I wanted to show you guys the different options that you have. And I was only going to buy 3, but then I was in the store. I don't know if it was the lights that got to me or the music or the smell of Chanel number 5. I don't know what it was, but somehow I bought all 4, but it's okay. We're going to be okay. Again, shopping enabler here. Only for myself. For you, I'm going to try to always steer you in the right direction, but if we're shopping together, I'm going to be enabling you to spend some money on some luxury beauty. So let's start with number 357 first. Shade number 357. Let's swatch it. Beautifully smooth. Okay. So again, shade number 357. Let's move on to number 367. Some more of a red undertone. Actually, no. It's more bright pink. Okay. So this is number 367. Now this is number 377. 377. Okay, more of a orangey undertone than the other two. So again, this is number 377 on the bottom and number 387, Rouge Noir. If I didn't say this already, these are the Rouge Allure Velvet finishes. So this has the special packaging in that beautiful shade that goes with the whole line. This is number 387. It's dark. It's really dark. Eeh. Okay. I think we'll be okay. So on the bottom, that is 387. Enough of swatching now. Let's get these lipsticks on my lips. Okay, so let's start with number 357. I'm not putting lip liner with these so that you can see the true color of the lipstick. Oh, that's a pretty shade. This went on buttery smooth and is the perfect complement to the palette and the blush and all of that. It's just a fun pop of pink. Absolutely love this. And the formula is great. So again, this is number 357. Oh, that's such a pretty shade. I don't want to take it off. So let's move on to number 367. So this fun pink one right here. Wow. She's bold. This shade I think needs a line. But like I said, I'm not going to do that just because I'm showing you how the lipstick looks without it. But I feel like to contain it, you probably would need a line. Okay, so this is bold. I normally don't like this bold of a lip on myself, this shade in particular. So this is number 367 right here. What do you think? It's pretty. I thought I would like it less. Not because it's not a nice shade, just because I don't normally like the shade on myself, but it definitely goes with the theme of the collection. It's really pretty. I like it. It's a little bit too bold for me, but it's very pretty. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you like a shade like this on yourself, on me? I think because of the formula, because of how smooth it is and how beautiful it looks on the lips, it's done well. I just don't know if I like the shade on myself the most. All right. So now I'm going to remove this and we're going to move on to the next one. Okay, so sadly, we only have 2 lipsticks left, but that means that I'll have to buy more lipsticks to try out with you guys, right? See, again, the shopping enabling, I do it to myself. Maybe I should form a support group for myself. I don't know if that's a weird thing, but I need the support to not shop. But then I can't provide content on YouTube. It's a complicated thing. It's like a catch-22. It's okay. We're going to keep shopping. So this is number 377. I like this shade. I'm not sure if it goes that well with the palette, with this palette right here. But it doesn't clash. It just, the first lipstick I think went the best. It's pretty though. What do you guys think? Again, another shade that probably could benefit from a lip liner. Okay, so this is 377, the one right here. It's interesting. When I swatched it, it looked more like a tomato red, whatever we call it. Potato, tomato. But it looks more of a tomato red. On my lips, it's looking more like maybe like a brick red. Maybe not brick, but going towards brick. It's really beautiful. I do like the shade. I didn't think I was going to. I just don't know if it goes the best with the palette. I think the first lipstick did go better with the palette, but it's a beautiful shade. I do like it. So this is number 377. Okay, let's move on to this beauty right here. This is number 387, Rouge Noir. Your girl's a little nervous about this, but let's go for it. So, obviously the boldest of the bunch, right? This is Rouge Noir. What do we think? So this is not a color that I would normally gravitate towards. I think this is nice for evenings during the winter when you need something to match your bloodshot eye like I do. It does match, right? But in all honesty, it's a beautiful shade. It's just a little bit bolder than what I usually go for, but it's very pretty. I also think it needs a liner. But again, like I mentioned, when I demo lipsticks for the first time, I don't like to pair them with lip liners unless they're part of a collection, just because I want to give you a accurate representation of what the lipstick looks like on its own, because you may want to do a different lip liner or no lip liner than I would choose. But it's a beautiful shade. It's just very, very bold. Okay. So this is number 387, Rouge Noir. So even though we're done with the new releases from the Rouge Noir collection from Chanel, I do want to show you a couple of items that I picked up while I was in the boutique. Actually, no, I'm sorry. One I had shipped. This is the White Gold Body Oil, Chanel number 5. Look how beautiful this is. It's like liquid gold. It's so nice. So, so nice. So the last time I was in the boutique, they did not have this in stock, so I had to order it off the website. Let me show you what it looks like. Shake it, and it comes out like that. So very oily, but it just leaves the most beautiful, beautiful scent on you. It dries down, you have a little bit of sparkle left on you, but it's nothing overwhelming. It's classy. It's still very Chanel. This did sell out in my boutique locally, but I would encourage you to check it out if you want to, because it's a limited release. I believe it was for the holiday collection. So if you wanted to check this out, I will link it down below if it's still available. But like I said, I ordered it maybe a couple weeks ago was when I picked up the concealer. I ordered it, but this is really beautiful and I'm so excited to use this. And I also got these beautiful stickers from my SA. And look how gorgeous this is. So a little travel series. You have a little Chanel plane, a Chanel luggage tag, and a Chanel suitcase. So chic, and traveling is one of my favorite things to do, maybe my favorite thing to do ever. So the fact that I have these from Chanel is just so special, and I'm just so excited to have this in my collection. Oh, it's just such a nice touch. And this was just a very welcome surprise, and I'm extremely happy and grateful that I have it. Okay, so that wraps up the Rouge Noir collection from Chanel. I have to say, I love the entire collection. I don't know if it's just because I reviewed the Dior Spring collection and I was so disappointed in that I'm so excited about this. I think it's more that I love Chanel and I just know good quality when I see it, and this is good quality. The palette, that's the eyeshadow and blush palette, is absolutely stunning, so cohesive. The formula is like butter. It's excellent. Really love it. The single shadows were absolutely gorgeous and so functional. The mascara was really a standout, as well as the eyeliner. I would recommend the eyeliner to go along with the palette. And the lipsticks were really beautiful. I think some shades I preferred better than others. This is the 357 shade, probably my favorite. The deeper shades, the more bold shades, they're very pretty. I have to just find the right occasion to use them. It's good to go out of your comfort zone, so I'm glad I have them in my collection. But I think this is the prettiest shade, and I think it goes best with the rest of the collection. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know if you have any questions. This is such a great start to 2026. Just think about all the makeup we're going to have coming up in the next 12 months. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to have so much fun together. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel if you enjoy my content. Again, my name's Courtney. I love all things makeup and beauty. I love to keep you up to date with all the latest in makeup and beauty. And as you can see, I spend some money on makeup products so that you don't have to. I give you my honest feedback on these products and also keep you up to date with all of the latest launches. So we have so much fun together on this channel. 2025 was such a great year, the year I started my channel, and 2026 is going to be even better. Let me know if you have any questions, and just feel free to say hi in the comments. I'd love to know you were here and that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you in the next video. Wishing you a wonderful, wonderful new year. All right, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.